Welcome to the guest speaker for October for the Foodie Bar Way of Life. We are so lucky because not only do we have a phenomenal guest speaker, but this guest speaker has written a book, and a book that I have had the honor of listening to even before it was the official Audible version. And I have this book on an electronic copy of it, and I loved it. Ryan, it was so funny because as I'm listening, I'm shaking my head going, are you in here? That's how I so felt when I started listening to the calm method. So this is a really important life skill, life system that I can't wait for her to share. I practice it and I will pop in and explain, I do that, because it's simple and consistent, that it's consistently, it has your back. But it's not this big complicated system. So you'll love it and you'll love Ryan. And I met Ryan a few years ago now, and we just became fast friends because we get each other. So I think you will find the same, that you'll relate to Ryan as well. But I'm going to let her do her official intro because she is doing a lot of different things. And so I don't want to miss any piece of that. But I also provided a bio in the email that I sent out. But I don't want to take up any more time. It's Ryan's time. So go ahead, Ryan Lanier. Welcome.
Thank you so much. You guys, how amazing is Tim Marie? Like, for reals. If you guys know how to use your reaction buttons, I bet you guys have some hearts for Tim Marie. I want to really thank her for bringing us together to help us eat good food in our own houses so easily. I mean, for reals. So we do go back. We had a lot of conversations about start this membership, Tim Marie. I don't know how. I'm still doing these things. It's like, do it. So you're welcome. So anyway, I'm super grateful to be part of it. I'm loving it, and I'm trying to grow more and more in it. So anyway, but I am here to share with you the calm method. So who am I? I am Ryan Lanier. I'm in Austin, Texas. My business is called Organizing for Good. I'm an in-home professional organizer that COVID said, come up with something else to do now, because in-home professional organizing, closets, kitchens, I love it. I love that. I loved not so much the cute containers and the straight labels. I loved the smile, the joy, the peace, the excitement that my clients got finally going into drawers and closets that previously made them feel like terrible humans. So that's the kind of organizer I am. And now I try to do all of that online and give women that power, but we do it virtually. I also have a membership where I bring women together to get more done. So anyway, but I'm here to share with you about my book, which, had the pandemic not happened, I'm not sure I would have slowed down. That's not a word. Slowed down long enough to actually write. So I'm going to share my screen now. All right. Okie dokie. So this is the cover of my book, and here is the actual book. I'm going to read for just one quick second. I'm going to read to you. Story time. Does any or all of the following sound familiar to you? Panicked packing, arriving late, missing events, buying duplicate items, arriving unprepared, doubling back for forgotten items, time wasted, going in circles looking for things, missing deadlines, time and money wasted replacing official documents you can't find, wasted gift cards or coupons, missing fun experiences or opportunities, yelling at family members because you're running late again, suffering the stress goggles, feeling the squeeze. If you need to take a few deep breaths right now, it's okay, because those very, very triggering. So why did I write this book, guys? Just because of the squeeze, those stress goggles. You know, right now, you can think of the last time you felt the squeeze. Was it 20 minutes ago when you couldn't find the Zoom link to get on here? Was it, I didn't tell my family that I wanted to sit and listen to a talk tonight, and they're wanting things from me? The squeeze is just palpable every second. It gets in real fast. So I knew that I needed to do something to help people with this squeeze, because I'm feeling the squeeze too. Okay, here's where I'm going to ask for a little bit of input from you guys. Okay, so go to your chat. Finish this statement for me. When it comes to being on time, I tried to do like multiple choice for this. I was like, there's too many options. So I thought I'll just let you talk in the chat. When it comes to being on time, I typically run late, run early. I plan well. I'm never on time. My friends tell me something happens an hour earlier because they know I'll be late. Okay, you guys are awesome. Look at you guys. You are all early people. Awesome. Okay, great. I'm on time. Okay, but not without that last minute stress of getting out the door. Okay, all right. Excellent. I'm grateful to hear that. That is wonderful. Okay, next. Finish this statement in the chat, please. When it comes to being prepared with the things I need, I typically run in circles with like a chicken with my head cut off. I often have the things I need, or I'm looking forward to your answers. Sometimes I forget things, always rushing to prep. A lot of times that has to do with your status of life. Are you chasing around little people? Are you always having to take care of other people? Usually have what I need food-wise. I'm organized. Excellent. Work off a list. Very good. Usually prepared. Excellent. All right. We have a nice, what's the word? Variety. People coming from all walks. Okay, I've got one more. Finish this statement in the chat. When it comes to celebrating my wins on the daily, I typically forget I'm awesome and just go on to the next thing and get mad at myself over and over. Or I take a moment to look back, give myself a little bit of props. When it comes to celebrating my wins, telling myself I'm doing a great job. Awesome. Learning to do this. Yes. Often keep working through the to-do list. I know. We think, okay, we have gratitude. Excellent. Very nice. I love that gratitude. Excellent. I know it's not natural. We will talk about this in a little bit. Awesome. I love all your answers here. Excellent. Okay, not consistent. There's always tomorrow. Mostly a realist. Enjoy the wins. Being thankful. Thank you, guys. Thank you for those amazing. I'm really, that helps me know a lot about where you're coming from. Okay, moving on. So the birth of the call method. Where did this come from? Is it getting hard to remember 2019? Like we talk about 2021, 2020 so much that 2019 almost seems like, who were we back then? We were just, it was like the 80s. It was just chaos. We had life so good. We didn't even know. So in 2019, early 2020, I was this crazy mama here in the middle, rushing to from thing to thing and forgetting things and circling back all the things. At the beginning of my book, I tell a couple of stories. These pictures kind of represent a couple of the stories, but I will save those for you when you read or listen to the book. I won't spill the beans on the story. Okay. So I was crazy nutballs. I was running around in the stress goggles, never being happy with how I was functioning my life, even as a 49-year-old who should know better. That was in 2019. And it just one day I was like, it was probably the day where I left the house 3 times to get somewhere. And by the time I got there, I was sweating and panting and angry. And I'm like, I should know better. I can do better. But how? I set myself a challenge, guys. I set myself a challenge. I copied it from the 66-day challenge from one of my favorite books, The One Thing. Highly recommend that book. So I set myself a challenge. It was to take the necessary, wow, sorry. I moved you guys out of the way and I clicked it. To take the necessary steps to leave the house prepared on time or even early and arrive at my destination with calm energy. And this arrive with calm energy was actually the driver for the whole thing. I drew this line in the sand, just like on this slide. And I said, it is time. I can do this. And I started thinking, what is that going to take? What types of things do I need to do? And I started thinking, well, calendars, alarms, yada, yada. And then one day, I don't know how, I realized the things that I knew I wanted to do spelled out calm. And I just rolled with it. So calm spells, it's an acronym, the calm method. So now let's jump in. I know that you guys you're just ready to hear. You're ready to hear the numbers, the steps. So step 1 is confirm your calendar. I say that and you hear it and you're like, of course, right? It's not as obvious as you think because things change constantly. Confirming your calendar. Think about the time you drove to the wrong location of somewhere because you didn't confirm. Oh, you were supposed to go to Lamar and I'm sorry, you went to Round Rock, right? Good luck. So confirming your calendar is such a simple, quick action that when you do that, there's that calm energy. So confirming your calendar is step 1. We're going to move on to step 2. Arm your alarms. I cannot even tell you how much I love this one. And I know, look at Timmery. She's just jumping up and down. So I love to share this with people who don't know this. I'm hoping someone is going to go. So if you're in iPhone, and I know probably Android too, when you set your alarms, you don't always have to just have it say alarm. You can go in there and change it to start the dishwasher, move the laundry, check the front door because you're having a delivery that's shelf stable or not shelf stable or something like that. So arming your alarms. A lot of people say, oh, I have so many alarms that go off and I just dismiss them all the time. You got to back up and work on those alarms. I talk about that in the book too. So alarms and timers, use your AI to your advantage. Okay. All right. Step 3.
Do you want me to talk after?
I want you to jump in when you're ready. Go.
Okay. So I want to talk about alarms. No. Do your thing. You don't need my head. I don't care.
Okay.
No, bring up the alarms.
Okay.
So the alarm situation I use so much because it's different than just putting something on your calendar and having a calendar reminder, because a calendar reminder comes up and then it goes away. That alarm goes off until you turn it off.
Mhm.
And so that makes all the difference in the world. And I can put things, I only put things on my alarms that are non-negotiable.
Nice.
I don't put everything on there. I put, if this doesn't happen, then it will, like, things will be bad.
Bad stuff happens.
So, and that way I can trust it.
Yes.
Um,
That's the
but
word.
I love having the ability to customize it. I put little emojis in there. Because it really is so nice. The little message just comes right up for me, and I will snooze it to the point where my husband's like, okay, are you ever going to turn that thing off?
Yeah.
But it's just because I got sidetracked, because I'm a little squirrel. I see something and I go in the hallway to go, oh, I have to do that laundry, and I pick that up, and I'm halfway to the washing machine and I see something else and I pick that up, and I'm all over the place. But if I leave that alarm on and I just hit snooze, it's going to come back and talk to me.
Yes.
So the only thing that if I wanted to document that I did something, then I'd have it in my calendar. Plus I'd set an alarm for it if it was really time sensitive, because once you delete the alarm, you don't have any record of it. If you had to, say, oh, what day did I do that with Ryan? That goes into my calendar. But the alarms are so helpful, and you can change the ringtone and you can do all kinds of things. But that is worth the price of admission, to be able to think about, even if you already use them, even if you already use alarms, think about how you can use them more strategically, where, like Ryan said, if you have too many that are going off, then it's not effective. I want you to reassess how you're using it so that it truly is something you can trust.
Yep.
Okay, that totally sounded like the nutrition professor. So I'm going to just mute myself now, because it sounded like I was giving you homework. Okay.
She's right. I do talk in the book about how your family will make fun of you for the alarms, but guess what? You don't care. You don't care. Okay. So we're going to move on to lay out your launch pad. So your launch pad, this is maybe the real game changer, because you can think you're ready to leave. You can know this also applies to working at home, because you need things to be able to sit down and work effectively. If you're not charged, if you don't have your water, if you just don't have yourself set up, you don't have the Zoom link for the meeting, whatever you're going to be, your launch pad are the things that you need to help you be successful at your next event, whether you're working at home or leaving the house or not. The launch pad helps you from getting to the doctor to get your kids physical and not have the form. Okay, that's pretty funny, because I'm sure all that's online now. A lot of stuff has helped with this online, but there's still those things that you need. And even if you forget your water bottle, you're probably going to wind up buying water out. This helps you save money when you're out and about. I love this launch pad, and this is right by your front door. So I'm going to go into more details. I just want to get through all the steps first. Now, step 4. So the calm method was 4 steps until I really started to dive in, and I realized we needed the pause. The pause. So what is the pause? The pause is, you've confirmed your calendar, you've armed your alarms, you have your things for your launch pad, and it is now time to leave, or it's time to sit down. You need to just take that minute to go into your head, take a nice deep breath. Let's just do it right now. Couldn't we all just use a nice little breath right now? Okay, so close our eyes. I'm going to take one quick breath. Ready? Yes. Feel how much clearer your brain is right now just from taking that one breath. So if you're about to leave the house, put your hand on the doorknob, take that moment. Oh, I've got something in the refrigerator, or, oh, I forgot to lock the back door, or whatever it is. The pause will bring it to you. All right, now step 5. Pretty straightforward. Mobilize into motion. Okay, small disclaimer about the book. I love alliteration. You guys have an almost unhealthy commitment to alliteration. So this one right here, mobilize into motion. This just means go. This means get in your car and go. This means sit down at your work meeting or whatever, mobilize into motion. There's really no magic. This is it. The magic is step 6. You guys ready? Celebrate. Remember the third thing I asked you to share was how committed are you to celebrating your wins on the daily? Okay. When you don't celebrate yourself, you don't reinforce yourself. And we want to reinforce our awesomeness, which is all day, every day. And we forget. We forget that. You heard Tim Marie say great things about me. I said great things about her. We got to say great things about ourselves too. So yay for doing this on a Tuesday night and learning about something that's, whether you're here just to support Tim Marie or to, figure out who the heck I am, or whatever, you're here and you're dialing in, you're learning something cool about this. And if this isn't something that you need, I bet you have a friend who needs to be more on time. So you're learning on behalf of some friends, I bet. Okay, so those are the 6 steps, guys. So I want to say one quick thing. What my favorite thing about the CALM method is, this is not a program that you buy and never do anything with. Raise your hand, no judgment. How many courses have you bought and not even, logged in, right? Do you guys know John Acuff? And he has that course called Finish that I bought and I never finished. I mean, I love irony here, okay? We have these things that we want to do for ourselves and it's just too much. I have good news about the CALM method. You can do it right now. Like literally, you can pick up your phone right freaking now and you can confirm your most important thing you have to do tomorrow. Your quick start kickstart is, I'm ready to figure out if I can do this. When I asked you guys if you run on time or early or late, I saw a lot of people that don't run late. So maybe this is a little bit remedial right now. But if you just don't even know where to start, is you look at your calendar. For one, that was my cat that just jumped off and made my whole desk rock and roll. You start with one thing to confirm, and then you set an alarm. Actually, you have to set 2 alarms. You got to set that one alarm that says it's almost time to go. And then you need to set that second alarm, or are you going to do the Tim Marie where you snooze. And if you know it's 9 minutes, you don't have to set the next alarm. Just make sure you snooze. But that second alarm, you're going to be surprised how fast that comes. You're like, oh my God, it really is time to go. You've laid out your launch pad. That's your purse, your bag, your lunch, whatever you need. Practice the pause, mobilize into motion, and pat yourself on the back. You already know the CALM method. Congratulations. You already know it. You are already ready to start using this or teach it to somebody who's in your life that is very late and drives you nuts. Okay. So here's your quick start kickstart guide. All right. So guys, I'm sorry. It's not as easy as I said. I'm not going to say that I lied, but I did sugarcoat a little bit. Oh, distractions, guys. So there's a whole chapter on distractions, and it's because there are so incredibly many. So hold on. Actually, here we go. Are you guys ready? You remember old school distractions? Pets, kids, spouses, doorbells, noises from outside construction, chatting with neighbors, the actual landline telephone, door-to-door salesman, contest entries, old school soap operas. commercials, library books, those were the old school distractions. We could manage those. Oh my gosh, the new school distractions, notifications, email, spam emails, telemarketers. How do they find your cell phone? Where did that person message me? Was that Facebook Messenger? Was it on Snapchat? Was it a text? Was it in Mighty Networks? Was it in, so many things, YouTube, video games and podcasts and Facebook lives and reels. And I mean, guys, the distractions, they are just living to take your attention. So that's why we go back to the calm method. Okay, so there's a whole chapter on distractions. Here's the secret. You've got to cultivate this mindset of being an on-time, prepared person. You will feel, come on. We all want to be rocking our own personal fireworks in the fabulous silver dress that Beyonce is rocking right here. Like, we all have this person inside of us if we just calm our chaos in order to bring that out. So there's a chapter on that. We could be here a long time if I start talking about our mindset, but it is so very, very important. And it all feeds into the whole situation, because beyond being late or beyond just your regular life, there's something really cool inside you, and you can't bring it out if you're just constantly late and unprepared. So have this mindset and get control of your calendar, and we're going to find out what really cool stuff is inside you. It's really not as hard as you think, okay? Because I say in the book, how am I going to do all this if I'm already running late and I'm zapping around all over the place? I don't have what I need. By getting control of those things, you open up this time, and then off you go. There's Jennifer Lawrence doing a nice little mind blown for us. So it is really very, very ready to go. It's ready to be started in your life. Okay. So on top of your mindset, accountability is the secret sauce. If you are in Timry's membership, you know what that accountability is. Taking a picture of what you chopped up is accountability, right? And getting everybody to go, oh my God, that's the prettiest squash I've ever laid eyes on. Oh my God, where'd you get that squash? I love it. I love it so much. I can't say enough about the sisterhood that we women have for each other. I have a free Facebook group where we talk a lot about the calm method. It's called the Calm Collaborative. And I have pop-up workshops, and it's just a fun, silly place. Clearly, this is actually a picture of my actual membership. And we are having a great time on Zoom. So I hope that you've heard something today that maybe you would want to talk about a little more closely with me. I would love for you to book a free chat with me for 30 minutes. I would be so honored to hear more about what your struggles are, what your wins are, how you can bring this into your life would be just a joy to me. And how can you do that? You can go to organizingforgood.com/social. That is my website. That's this page of my website. When you just go to organizingforgood.com, there's several other pages, but this one is kind of like all the back stuff. So I would be so honored if you would allow me to send you one email a week. People seem to like it. It's funny, it's goofy, it's poignant. I have a great time. So this button here can you drop that link, Timry? I should have given that to you.
I did. I got it. It's already in the chat.
Thank you. You're amazing. Here's a place to join my free Facebook group. If you're interested in buying my book, it is so affordable, and it is in Kindle, paperback, this is what would come to your house. And I put it officially onto Audible, which was, just think of something in your life that you could not be more proud of. Getting that book on Audible was one of those moments for me, because Audible has just been such a huge part of my life, and being able to read more books. So that was just such a personal choice. Like, I was very happy about that. Here's where you can click to have a free chat with me for 30 minutes. And I am a Colby certified consultant, and I help Timry learn her. So your Colby MO is how you act instinctively. This is not a personality test per se. It's how you're hardwired. And it's a very fascinating thing to learn about yourself. So there's a $55 test you can take, and then I can meet with you to give you a personal interpretation of what that means and how that can help you problem solve more naturally in your life. So I think I'm done here. Thank you for having me, Timry. It means so much to me that you invited me to share about my book, because it has helped me, and I hope it will help you some.